I don't know, you know, I just got off the plane. And I was playing last night in Istanbul. So I love my work, but it is quite hard. So it's traveling and then But please, feel free.
Hi Marianne. First of all, welcome to Israel again. We kind of argued earlier if this is your third or fourth visit to Israel.
I seem to have come a lot actually for years. Yeah. And I can't quite remember the first time. It was just me and Barry that time, and it was really wonderful. That's when I really saw. I think Shuki actually drove us right the length and the breadth of Israel, and I realized how small it was. And it helped me to understand a lot of the the troubles, as we say in Ireland.
Now, you mentioned the fact that you are performing as the guest of honor in the Women's Festival.
Yeah.
Does it have a special meaning for you to perform in Israel under this specific headline, so to speak?
Well,
or is it just another show?
Oh, nothing is just another show. They're always different, you know. But of course, you know, in the 60s, I guess I was actually on the front line of the women's movement in a way. I wasn't sort of an intellectual or writing great books about it, but I was actually living it in a very sort of male-dominated world. And although I can see that the position of women in most of the world has got a bit better, it really hasn't got better enough. You know? And women still don't get paid as much as men. And but you know, I do understand, and I don't know if I'm a really. I suppose I am a feminist, yeah, and my mother was too. My half Jewish mother. But I think we have to be careful about this. You know, it's not a war. It's not a battle between the sexes, and it should never turn into one. Women have to have compassion as well. It shouldn't be too aggressive.
What should we expect in this new show?
Well, it's a completely different thing. It's with three musicians, and the songs are all arranged. We arrange them all together. It's much more acoustic. It's not really. I mean, we do rock out, but not all the time. I'm not promoting anything at the moment. I'm just here. So I decided on this tour, which is called Songs of Innocence and Experience, we decided to just take songs from my whole life, you know, different periods. And actually I wanted to do a few real rarities that nobody would ever hear, I've never done before. And one of them is like the song I sang on the Rock and Roll Circus, which is a lovely song. And various things that if I was promoting a record I wouldn't have the time to do. Juliette Greco is in her 80s and is still performing, which I'm amazed about, by the way. But and she's fantastic. You know, it's not coming out till September. It's quite an event, I think, because although I've worked with Hal Wilner over the years a lot, this is our first studio record, real record as such, since Strange Weather. So this record is nothing like Strange Weather, but it is a Hal Wilner Marianne Faithfull collaboration. So that's 20 years ago now. So it's quite a thing.
Can you tell me a little bit about the creative process around it?
About what?
The creative process around the album?
Well, hell, it was incredible. We did 18 songs in 8 days. Hal came to Paris beforehand and we chose the songs together. It's not my own material, this one. That's, I suppose, where it's similar to Strange Weather. It's very mixed. It's folk, blues, country, jazz, different things. You know? I'm really pleased with it. When I was 17, by Andrew Oldham, what I wanted to do, I wasn't really sure, I was only 17, but one of the things I was really thinking of doing was acting. And I've always loved acting. And I've done, I mean, not that much, but I've done some very good stuff. You know, I played Irina in The Three Sisters at the Royal Court. I was Ophelia in Hamlet. I didn't really like The Girl on the Motorbike, I have to admit. I didn't think it was... I think Jack Cardiff's a very good director, but I didn't enjoy it at all. And that kind of put me off making movies. And I didn't get my desire back until I worked with Patrice Chéreau on Intimacy. And then I realized, oh, I do like making films, yes. I mean, who can understand exactly? But I have got an understanding. I just think it's... I've been through this in Ireland, you know.
Ireland?
Yes, I live in Ireland. And I remember the whole sort of... Oh, it's basically a civil war, really. And really bad. Maybe not as bad as this, but pretty bad. And I just wish and hope that it's going to be possible for the Israelis and the Palestinians to start peace talks. But of course, I'm not a politician, and I don't want to be either. And it's none of my business either, really. You know, apartheid was going on in South Africa. Broken English went platinum, and they wanted me to go to South Africa, and I wouldn't go because of apartheid. That is something, yeah, I felt very strongly about. But this, I don't know. You know, it's so complicated, and I'm not the person to really. I just hope that they can start peace talks. I think it's really cool.
Okay, and when you perform with the As Tears Go By?
Well, I love to sing As Tears Go By, and I always feel something, you know. Again, it's another song that changes its meaning as the years pass. And now I'm sort of grown up properly. I think it means more to me than it did when I was 17. I didn't know what I was doing. I didn't understand the song at all. I just thought it was a beautiful song.
You're famous for the last question.